Systems are continuing to function at peak efficiency.
Hey.
Something you need, sir?
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal intercept?
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. Here's a list of 3 things that maybe... I'll meet you over at the build...
Thanks, Sturgis.
Good deal.
Sure. This isn't gonna do anything without power.
There's so much ground to cover in the Commonwealth. Where should we go next?
Hey.
Sir.
once we got everything in place, we'll have to hook it all up to the same power.
He's doing housework.
What the?
Yo.
Here's what I have. Warning now. Caution, sir. I do believe something is stalking us. Come out and face us, scallywags, if you dare.
What? Who's there?
Picking up hostile life signs. Just come to get the oil, eh?
Bingo. Yes.
Glad to have you aboard. We'll be taking off in a moment. Weapons hot and ready to bring the pain, sir.
survived another night. A triumph, I think.
Another day in the Commonwealth.
Thanks for your help fighting them off.
Thanks. For your help, pal.
Very clever.
Hey.
I'm always glad to see the sun come up one more time.
certain I'm the man for the job, sir.
Hey, Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. Your part is simple. Just step onto the platform. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. I'm ready when you are.
It's a pleasure to serve with you, sir.
Whenever you're ready. Okay, hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam. Oh yeah, by the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. Yeah, this holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds. Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay. Scanning for the Institute signal. Tracking RF. And... got it. Hold on to your butt.
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator. I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
Who are you?
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Yes, it's me, your dad. I'm here, Sean.
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh. It'll be okay, Sean.
I don't know you. Go away. Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Who is Father? Where is he?
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus. Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand? Let's start.
Give me Sean. The real Sean. Right now!
I know. You've gone to such lengths to find him.
Just... help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated.
Sure.
You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. It's good to finally meet you. I am your son.
Bullshit.
Is it? After all the things you've seen and experienced in the Commonwealth? Think about it. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years? That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity, so they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they...
In a manner of speaking.
Right.
The Institute, plenty of that was, even in their attempts.
Uh-huh.
But then the Institute, I was exactly what they needed. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Sean.
It really is. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. The Institute.
It doesn't matter what they think. What matters is what you do.
I'm glad we see it. Ultimately, the common... Just... what else can I say?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her? I've gone over the...
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
I forget that it's been such a short time for you. I don't have any direct memories. And I've had my entire life to cope with the loss. Has it always been easy? For many years. With old age comes... But... what else can I say?
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things.
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology. You never... I won't lie. I know there's more for us. The Institute is on the verge. I've been a part of something, and now...
Yes, that's what I want.
I know. I know you've been through so much. I'm pleased to see it has not impaired your judgment. Forgive. There is much to be done.
I'll do whatever it takes.
I am glad to hear. The Institute is now... You want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Doctor. And finally, Doctor...
Almost done. Just need to tighten up this primary drive servo.
That's the third primary drive breakdown this month. As far as I'm concerned, the phase out on these older
Doctor.
They weren't
I don't
kidding.
know.
You really are.
Most of them have lasted long past their projected.
If you don't...
I just wanted to find my son and keep him safe.
Now that you've found him, I hope you're proud of the great man he grew up to be. As you might guess, we maintain and upgrade all... There's a lot of machinery behind it. The work we do might...
Sure.
So, now that you're here and you've spoken to Father, does that mean you're on board?
Absolutely.
Oh, good to hear. Take your time. If there's anything else you'd like to know...
Right. It must be a challenge to me.
Absolutely. Over the years, when necessary. Fortunately, it's a good thing. I can't argue with that. Even so, I'm ready to see
Greetings.
the full Gen 3 roll
As the
out.
Institute's requisition vendor, I can provide supplies for your missions on the surface.
Thanks again.
How may I assist you today?
Sure. Let's take a look.
We're all looking forward to working with you.
Have you had time to examine my latest reports on Batch 274?
Not yet. I've been...
Doc.
I wonder how the
Welcome.
Warwick family is
So
doing.
good to have you here.
Young
Right.
Molly must be close to 10 years old by now. It's remarkable that a child can
I look
survive
forward to
so
learning more
long.
about
In that case, let me... As the name implies, our most important direct... To that end, we've even started... You probably saw the...
Seems like there's nothing you guys can't...
With hard work, I'm sure I...
I'm not sure how well I'll fit in.
Great. In any case...
You mentioned medical care.
In that case, you'll want... He's our top... Dr. Volkert works in the infirmary. You won't find...
Clayton.
Good to see you again. Did you need something?
You mentioned medical care. I might...
In that case,
Right.
he's our top biologist, and also...
Director Holdren seems very taken with you.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, yes, I'm sure that whatever you have to say...
Sorry to bother you then.
Dr. Watson doesn't think I'm Institute material.
Is it true Food Supplement 77 has been discontinued?
That is correct.
That was my favorite one.
She's been at it for over 2 hours. What is she even testing?
Excuse me, doctor?
Ah, it's you. You're here then. Yes, yes.
Don't worry. I promise I won't get...
Thank you, I do. Oh, before I forget, let me see that. I've been told to install a Courser chip in it for you. Father's orders. You're to be given full access, with the ability to relay in and out of the Institute.
Right. Thank you. I'm sure that'll come in handy.
Given that the relay is the only way to access the Institute, in case the significant... If nothing else, Now, unless there's something else.
I'd like a progress report on your division, if you don't mind.
Taking your new appointment is... Very well. I'm hoping that the...
Sure.
Child synth prototype may truly be the key.
No visible reaction to the K-14 compound. You start the protocol, sir. Authorized personnel only.
Greetings, sir.
Seriously thinking of heading over to robotics to knock some heads
Here
together?
we're about to get a new food supplement.
You're here. Glad you made it.
Always be vigilant. We have many enemies.
Please don't.
Hey.
There's
Carry
enough
on,
friction
sir.
as it is between us and pretty much all the other departments.
You going soft on me, Alana? My methods get results, and they will this time as well. You'll see.
The Directorate should take the synth escapes
Here you
more
are.
seriously.
Justin Ao. I'll be upfront. Just, I'm sure you are.
Why? Don't you trust me?
I'll be honest. You're an outs.
The first outs. It's nothing.
Now, Father,
Sure.
our primary
I'm sure it's best for everyone if the synth...
Certainly. The results could be this. Our main instrument, Coursers, they are highly self-sufficient. But I gather you know. In fact,
I'm no stranger to combat.
even so, a Courser should be more...
Uh-huh.
I suppose I'll have to ask... Now, unless you need something else, I'll get back to work.
I'd like to know more about the synth reclamation.
Fine. Once a Courser, we then begin the delicate process. In those cases where the procedure is successful, the synth returns to duty with no memory of its time on the surface. All too often, we're unable to repair the damage and are forced to...
3 levels of approval. Do you believe that? 3! Father's work has been a real inspiration for me.
Child synth. It's just remarkable. Hello.
Like any machine, a synth can malfunction. Just wish it didn't happen so often.
Hi.
Pardon me, sir. Report anything suspicious to the SRB.
If the robotics division was a little more careful, we wouldn't have synths trying to escape.
I know it'll be a difficult adjustment for you, but try to remember that synths aren't people.
Systems nominal.
All done. You can return to your duties and remember to report every single
Remember to keep unnecessary power consumption to a minimum. Don't recharge unless your primary levels are below 2%. Also, if you haven't patched your navigation,
Hi,
the
Doc.
last thing we need is more synths. It's a real juggling act, trying to keep all the systems. This place might...
Looks like everything's running great. I'd say you're doing your job.
Hey, thanks. It's the kind of... there's some... All right. That's all for now. You can resume your duties.
It was probably just a glitch.
You wouldn't happen to have a spare polarizer on you, would you?
Excuse me.
Hi there. Excuse me.
But your eyes were moving as well. Involuntary twitching and rapid eye movements while staring can only mean one thing. You just don't want to admit to yourself what it is.
If you're about to launch
Good to
into
see
one
you.
of your impassioned speeches about artificial sentience and machines with souls.
Excuse me,
can't
Doctor.
just ignore
You've
the question.
arrived at a momentous time. Our third point, Snow.
What I've seen so far is pretty impressive.
It's just like I said.
course it is possible.
Excuse me.
Everyone's excited about the new synth project. Dr. Orman's lecture on cold fusion was nothing short of a revelation.
Dr. Loken.
All our divisions are important. I tend to think it's obvious.
Hey, Doc.
It's you. You're finally with us. I'd just like to apologize for any trouble our synths may have caused for you on your way here. They, of course, couldn't be told of your identity, and they have very specific, most of which I designed.
Yes, of course.
Ah, good. Sean is most pleased, I'm sure. If you require anything, especially as it pertains to synths,
theoretical limits are made to be broken.
Hi.
The automated process for synth creation should not be interrupted.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can ultimately, unfortunately, know it. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without the superior synth.
If the synths are intelligent and self-aware, then they have a right to free will.
However closely they may approximate human behavior, they are still our. When you see what I have to show you, a rogue synth. His memories have been erased under his leadership. The Raiders have taken. I've dispatched a.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for it. Now you should get moving. Many people are in.
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
You hear about the farm run by ghouls? Isn't that something?